this popularity. It's Ozark Nana's CookShack on TV. She got barbecues, awesome stews, desserts all the day. Just stay tuned, now don't you go away. Here's Ozark Nana's recipe today.
Hi everybody, it's Elaine, Ozark Nana, and we're here at the Amish store. We're going to do a field trip today and look at some of the things that happen in our area during spring. As you know, we're getting a lot of new things out at the mountain, and we're going to be planting a garden in the next few weeks. And we'll let you see all of that later. But for today, I want to show you some things here in the Amish store that we'll be doing later in the season. As you can see, they have a fairly large selection of different kinds of vegetables and herbs and things here in their seeds. And what makes these seeds even the better is that they're heirloom seeds. That means they haven't been genetically altered. And that's what you want, so that you know the seed is going to produce what you are looking at. Once you get the seed, you're going to plant it. And right now it's spring here in the Ozarks, and that's the time of year you want to start planting. Some people like to do seedlings, and they'll just start a little group and they'll keep it in the greenhouse till it gets big enough, and then they'll plant it outside. However you choose to do it will be fine. That's how we're going to do it this year, and we'll have a video of that later in the season. So once we've harvested those vegetables, then we're going to start canning them, cooking them, and even drying them. As you can see here, they've got a whole selection of different things that have been canned. Anything that you want to can, you can can nowadays. You can make a soup and put it in a jar. You can do vegetables. The main reason for doing that, though, is so that you have food to eat in the winter when you can't grow the vegetables. As you can see, you can even have dried goods. This is a celery flake, and you dry it, then you can have celery on any soup, on any recipe that you're cooking, and that's the reason for drying them. Again, back in the day, they didn't have an icebox they could keep everything in, so they had to find a way to reserve the food to be able to eat during the winter when there was no growing. Another good reason for drying things is so you can make them into seasonings. You can grind them up, and then you can use it to season things the way you want to season. And you know how it was grown, so you know there were no things added to the soil that you don't want in your family. That's one of the main reasons for doing your own seasonings. I'm going to be doing a lot of this summer. We're going to be canning. We're going to have a dehydrator, and we're going to dry out a lot of the herbs and things that we have. And that way we'll be able to make up dishes in advance and then just add water in the time it's time to cook it, and we've got a meal. Another good example of dried ingredients is the soups that they have prepared here. They have their seasoning in it and all their vegetables, and even added a noodle, and that's chicken noodle soup. So that's in a jar and all ready to go, and it's all measured. So all you have to do is add the water when you put it on the stove to cook it. That makes it a really easy meal come wintertime and you're tired from work. But let's go check out the things for making desserts. Another example of dried goods put together are these chocolate chip cookies. They have all the ingredients, brown sugar, flour, and chocolate chips in the jar, and you just mix them together and put them in the oven. Speaking of cookies and desserts, we have a dessert contest going on, and we want you to send your recipe in so that you can be in the contest. It's from now until October the 1st, and you can find all the information on the screen there and go to our webpage and fill out the information. But don't forget, all the excitement about it is if you win, the winner is going to win a weekend out at the camp to stay in the cabins and to spend their time at the CookShack and cook with me on video. So we want you to send that in so that you can be that winner. So now here we are. We've been through and we've seen the seeds. We've seen that once we plant those seeds and harvest them, then we can can them. We can make them into a seasoning. We can make them into a mix. You can put a soup together. You can put a dessert together. And what we're going to do now is go back to the mountain, and I'm going to make a special recipe to show you.